Good evening. Welcome on in to the evening edition of From Day One. Tonight, courtesy of a good friend, Auditor Troll, we have a subset going up against the Chief of Police with hilarious results.
The Tyrant Terminator!
Yo, what's good, TTA family? Back at y'all with another one. Man, today we are back at the Norridge Police Department. If you guys can remember, man, this is where Officer Watts came in. The government building over there at the application center out here where I was going in to file a FOIA with the Immigration Services, Department of Homeland Security. Y'all remember that? And check this out. Here go a recap.
You've been asked to leave, so just leave. If you don't leave, then you'll be in violation of criminal trespass.
Okay, so I want to ask you this real quick. If I don't leave, I will be in violation of criminal
You
trespass.
will be arrested because you're in the state of Illinois, the county of Cook, and under the Illinois compiled statutes, you're in violation of criminal trespass.
Okay, so under threat of arrest and duress, because one of the officers there might have been Watts. You guys have an officer named Watts here? Black guy?
Yes.
Okay, I remember his name. He was the main one stating that if I didn't leave, I would be arrested for trespass.
If you haven't seen that video, I will link it in the pinned comment. It is absolutely hilarious. I covered it a few weeks ago. Basically, he went into a building that are private contractors. They're not public officials. They're not public employees. And it's just a building that does fingerprints for immigrants. He had literally no business there. And that's why he got trespassed.
So yeah, you guys remember that? See how the deputy chief was acting real evasive and acted like he didn't want me to fill out a complaint and things like that. Well, since then, we have got a couple of different TTA family members called me and let me know that they called up here like you guys always do and voice you guys' concerns. And the chief of police, deputy chief, one of them was real nasty to a few of you guys. And, you know, you already violated my rights and now you're being mean to my family members. So I ain't feeling that. We want to go in here and be able to see and try to
This ought to be good.
even to correct their wrongs and just get some clarity on that whole incident that happened that day, plus a follow-up on our complaint that day about Officer Watts illegally trespassing me. So let's go see. Hello, ma'am. How you doing today?
I'm well. How about you?
Pretty good. I need to speak. A couple weeks ago, I was here, talked to a deputy chief. I can't remember his name. A little short.
On vacation.
He's on vacation. Okay. Well, even possibly if I can speak with the chief himself, I had got some calls. A couple of family members of mine said they called and talked to him, and he was very rude and unruly with them. I just want to be able to come in and see what was the matter, and plus check up on the complaint that I filed with you guys just a few weeks ago, the status.
I'll see if he's in. What's your name?
James. I mean, she said she'll see if he's in. I mean, come on, this department, have you guys seen how small this department was? I guarantee you she knows if he's in or not. So, we'll see.
Why you got to be this kind of an asshole?
Not available right now. Oh, you could email him or call and set up an appointment with him.
Okay, so.
Happy to speak with you.
Okay, well, even though he's not available, can I speak to someone that has some type of authority in terms of law enforcement? Because what I'm really trying to do is be able to put this department on notice that I'm getting ready to head over to a spot where I was illegally trespassed, and you guys might get another call, and I'm just trying to let you know that I'm going to be over there.
No, you're not, dude. You got legally trespassed from that building, and there's no way you're stupid enough to go back there. Because you will be arrested on site. And especially after the conversation you're about to have, I think it's going to sink into your thick skull that you cannot go there anymore.
So, yeah, that's the...
I'll see if a shift commander's here.
Okay, appreciate it. Yeah, I kind of figured the chief, how rude you guys said he was. Should have known he wasn't going to want to come out and have a dialogue. These creeps, man, I swear.
Well, you mean you? A creep?
Hi.
Shift commander?
No.
Oh, chief.
What's your
Okay.
name?
James.
James.
Okay. Yeah, I just wanted to come in and basically have a quick dialogue with you, sir. I had got a couple of calls from a few of my family members. They said they did speak with you about an incident that occurred a couple of weeks ago. I was out here in you guys' town, and I was illegally trespassed from Officer Watson.
You were not illegally trespassed. You were not trespassed. You were warned that you can't be on there. You were warned.
Oh, so I wasn't trespassed at all.
You were trespassed, yes. You cannot go back there. If you go back there, you'll get arrested, yes.
Okay, so that's
You go back inside the property, yes.
inside the property. Okay, so are you aware of the Illinois compiled statutes, man, which is 720 ILS 521, where you can't trespass anyone from a public building during normal business hours? That's the law.
I understand, but that's not a
public.
public building. We have documentation, confirmation from the federal government that is not a federal building.
Okay.
They are a leased building. They are private contractors.
Okay.
They pay a lease there. They pay rent.
Okay.
It is not a federal building.
It's not a federal building, so but they do have a contract.
They are not. They do not work for the federal government. They contract for them.
That's correct. So my thing is this: we understand that the building itself isn't public.
Every worker
We understand
is not
that.
a federal worker.
Okay, we understand that the building itself is not public, but the entity is, not
No.
the structure of the building.
No.
I mean, seriously,
I
Chief.
understand. I understand. I'm telling you this, okay? You can feel what you want to feel.
No, I'm telling you the law.
No, you're not.
That's not the law.
Okay? It is
No,
a
you're
private
not.
building. They are not federal workers. It is not a federal building. It is not like this.
Okay, okay.
Here, this is public.
That's correct.
Okay. It is not like that.
Okay, so in our reality, that place where I was at, where I was trespassed, you're telling me that they don't offer anything in terms of services to the public. Is that what you're saying?
That is correct. You have to have an appointment to go there. You have to be directed to go there, and that's what they're there for. They are not federal workers. It is not a federal building.
If I had $1 every time this police chief was explaining to the dumb frauditor that
You'd have
this
a lot
is
of dollars.
not a federal building, I would have quite a few dollars. Because with this guy, it's like a toddler. You have to repeat yourself
Mommy,
over and
tell me
over and
again.
over for them to finally absorb the information. And with toddlers, that's perfectly normal. But for a grown man in his 30s, it's starting to get concerning.
Well, if you look on their website, it says that they're. I mean, I'm saying.
I understand.
It says
I understand.
government office
I understand why you may think that.
because it says government office. I can show it to you if you're willing to look at it.
I do not need to see it because
okay.
I looked it up. But I also spoke with Department of Homeland Security, and it's not a federal building.
And I spoke to FPS as well.
Okay.
I spoke to Federal Protective Services, and they did say that is a government office.
Okay.
So how do we?
And I guess we have opposing views, and here's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And I don't want this to happen.
Okay.
Okay. If you go there and they
Okay.
tell you to leave, and they call us,
Right.
and you refuse to leave,
Right.
we will arrest you for trespassing.
So you're going to
Okay,
go
hold
against
on.
the Illinois
Hold
compiled
on.
statute?
Can I finish?
Okay. Are you going to allow me to finish?
I did.
No, I'm
And I
saying.
was speaking.
No, I'm saying
And I was
after you
speaking.
speak. After
Yeah,
you speak.
yes,
Okay.
100%,
Okay. Cool.
100%.
Okay.
We will arrest you.
Okay.
Then you will go to court.
Okay.
Okay. And you will go before the judge.
Okay.
And you will get to plead your case.
Okay.
Okay. And that's how it will probably go. I don't want it to go that way. Okay. I don't understand why you feel the need for it to go that way. You went there. Okay. They're not doing anything there. They take fingerprints and they take biometrics for the federal government for people who are going for immigration status.
That's
okay?
correct.
They are private contractors. They are not federal workers.
Okay.
It is not a federal building. Therefore, you are not allowed in there without an appointment.
Okay. Now, are you going to allow me?
100%.
Okay. Now, I understand your opinion on it.
Opinion?
Okay, so my thing is this. Even if the building itself is not federal, once you contract with the government, that entity becomes public property, sir.
Wrong.
I'm sure. I'm surprised and shocked that you don't know that part.
Okay, whatever.
You're nonchalant about it, Chief, and you should be more professional, sir.
I'm not nonchalant about it. I understand the law. I know what the law is. And so you're going to do what you're going to do.
Right.
Okay? We'll do what we have to do.
So under threat of arrest from the
No,
chief,
hold on. Time out.
Okay.
Do not say that because I did not threaten you.
you just told me if I go back,
That's not a threat.
that is, sir.
It's not a threat. He's telling you the
What you call
truth.
I call that facts.
It's still a threat. It's under. I will be under duress.
Because I'm trying to tell you.
Hey, dummy, it's not a threat, it is a promise. Like he said, you have a job to do, which is try to bait confrontations to get views, and they have a job to do, which is arrest trespassers. So you can do your thing, but you will get arrested.
Okay, what's going to happen? I don't want it to go that way. Nobody wants it to go that way. You don't want
He
it to
does.
go that
Oh,
way.
yes, he does.
I want to be able to exercise my rights, though.
Okay, and you did that. You went in there. You saw that nothing's going on in there.
Well, I didn't because I was interrupted by the police department.
It is not a public building. Period.
I think it is, and obviously I've been told that it is. And if you go on the website again, you would see that it says government office. Government office means what? Public property.
No,
it's just you guys trying to enforce your will
But
upon the citizen.
Okay, here. This is a public building, right?
That's correct.
Okay, can you go back behind that door?
No, it's restricted.
Okay.
You need a key card, though, right?
There you go.
Do you need a key card?
Yeah.
Just right here, you need to punch. So of course it's restricted.
Okay.
That door wasn't restricted.
Okay, you need an appointment.
so that was a
You
bad
need an
example.
appointment. No, it says right on the door you need an appointment. Appointment only. Okay? Do you have an appointment to go there?
I don't need one to walk into a public building, sir. That's just a policy. Are you guys law enforcement or policy enforcement? And then you use rude to a lot of my family members, Chief. That was very unprofessional of you. Well, they're not lying to me.
Yes, they are.
They were.
A couple of them said that you said that guy is not a journalist. He's just somebody that sues people.
He's not a journalist.
I mean, obviously you make the statement.
You are on YouTube. You're
I'm an
not
investigative
a journalist. No, you're
and now
not.
we're going to put Norridge under a lot of scrutiny.
Where are your credentials?
Who issues?
Journalistic credentials.
I mean, who issues them?
Well, then how do I know you're a journalist?
But who issues credentials?
Because you say you're a journalist?
Yes, that's correct. But it's freedom of press, sir.
Okay.
You the chief. I know you've been on the force.
What
Because
what does that matter?
I mean, because you should know about the Constitution, sir. If you swore an oath to uphold it.
Constitution. I asked who you work for.
Well, I don't need to work for anyone if it's freedom of press, sir.
So I can say that I'm a journalist?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, of course, not in your official capacity, you can't.
No, I couldn't do that.
In your individual capacity, you could. So yeah, it's freedom of press, First Amendment, something you guys should uphold. But Officer Watts and two other officers that day
Please
infringed on my
tase
rights.
him.
They definitely did.
Your opinion.
They definitely did. I'm definitely going to go through with it all. I'm going to go all the way, Chief. I'm not going to never go away because my rights were infringed on.
Listen, I don't want you to go away. That's not what I'm asking here. Okay, I'm not asking for you to go away.
Okay.
I'm asking you to have a little understanding
and stop being stupid.
What you are saying is you are misunderstanding what that building is. Okay.
We just got different opinions.
Agreed.
Of
Great,
course you
but
have different
his
opinions,
opinion
and you just
counts.
happen to have the wrong ones. So you got all your info from YouTube videos, from watching other frauditors, but yet this police chief actually confirmed with the federal government. So he didn't even take his first intuition as facts. He actually confirmed it that this is not a public building. So whether or not you want to accept the truth, that is completely out of his hands.
And again, the only way that's going to get solved, okay, is either one of a couple of different ways, right?
That's correct.
One, I agree with you.
Right.
I don't. Okay. Two, you agree with me. You're not going to, right?
That's correct.
Okay. Three, if you go there and they ask you to leave and you refuse to leave, okay, you may be arrested for trespassing.
Even if I'm in there conducting business.
Well, what do you mean by business?
I'm in there conducting business. I have official business to conduct there.
What would be your official business?
Well, I don't need to convey it to you.
No, but I mean,
It's irrelevant what it is.
What do you mean official business? Are you an immigrant that has been summoned there to take fingerprints? If no, then you have no official business.
do you have an appointment to be there?
That's irrelevant as well. I have business. If I'm telling you I have official business, I don't have to disclose it to you.
If they don't agree that you have official business there,
Right.
Okay? Because official business to me would be you were sent there to get your fingerprints taken or your biometrics taken, which is what they do there, okay?
Right.
If you're not there for that reason, if you're there acting as a journalist,
That's correct.
okay, and you don't have an appointment to be there and it's not a public building,
Right.
okay, then you could be arrested for trespassing.
Just like you guys have pamphlets and stuff on the walls and stuff like that that's available to the public and services or whatever type of correspondences.
Because this is a public venue.
See, that's where we're messing up at. And it's going to come down. Now it's going to personally probably come down on you, Chief, because you're sanctioning it from security liability. You're allowing your officers to infringe on citizens' rights.
I have a busy day.
I don't believe that. I'm just coming to being honest. I don't believe, because obviously the young lady just said you wasn't available, then you can't go there.
I made myself available.
Okay.
Because you said you were going to go violate the law. So I came out here to
I didn't say I was going to violate the law. I just said I was going to go back and exercise my rights.
Which you were trespassed from being there. Okay.
Well, let me ask you this: how long was it? How long was the trespass? Because I didn't go to court or anything. No judge sanctioned a time frame.
It's a verbal trespass.
Indefinitely, is it, Chief?
If they don't want you there, okay,
right,
you can't be there.
I'm hearing what you're saying, but do you hear what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When I was trespassed that day, how long was the duration?
Until they want you back.
So how do we know? I have to go back, right?
No.
Then how would I be able to?
Come
on, man. Come on, Chief. Come on, man.
You go there, you do what you got to do. If that's what you feel like you need to do and want to do, okay? And then we'll do what we feel like we have to do and need to do, okay? But I'm asking you, man to man, okay? What's the point? What are we getting?
You know what the point is? To be perfectly honest with you, I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. It's a disconnect already between citizens and officers. Okay. And this is the reason why.
I 100% disagree with you there.
Really?
You go knock on any door here, talk to any citizen, and you will find out that we have one of the best relationships with our citizens in this town here.
In Norridge.
Absolutely, 100%.
I find that very hard to believe.
Knock on any door, find out.
I guarantee, because if
do some journalistic, investigative skills, talk to the citizens.
I would love to.
Don't go to some building. Go to the mall. Talk to the people at the mall. Walk around the streets. Talk to the people on the streets. Don't go bother some people that are just trying to work and do their job.
Wait a minute, Chief. Are you actually asking this frauditor to put a little bit of effort in his video and actually interview people with an objective lens? That is impossible, because that video wouldn't do any good to him. He's here to bait a reaction and to harass as many people as possible, walking the fine line between harassment and arrest. And this guy is pretty decent at it. He hasn't been arrested yet, to my knowledge. Now, obviously, eventually he's going to slip up, because frauditing is a criminal activity. You can get away with it 100 times, but it only takes one to give you a record. And there's no way he's going to be able to continue to fraud it for years without getting arrested. It's just part of the game.
Well, that's just it. We have a right. See, you ever heard of ACLU versus Alvarez in the state of Illinois?
Whatever.
I'm saying,
I haven't heard of it.
I'm making a point.
I probably know the basics of the case, but I don't know it.
Okay, so let me just tell you the basics of it then. Right. The basics of the case is the state Supreme Court of Illinois says we as citizens have a right to film public officials in the course of their duties.
That's what public officials. They're contractors. They are contractors. They are not public officials.
Once you contract with the government, it makes it public property.
We're done. We're going round and round here.
I'm gonna grab it for you, and I'm gonna forward your entire jacket and your discipline, because I can guarantee it's a lot of complaints on you.
I can guarantee you there's not.
I guarantee it. If it ain't, you're probably going to get rid of it. So I can't see it.
Listen,
because we definitely gonna expose you, Chief. I'm gonna let you know. I'm here to.
100%. Hey, I'm here for your exposure.
Okay? I hope, wish and pray so. But it's gonna come down on you personally.
Open up my jacket to you. I got no problem with that, because I have nothing in my file.
See, I understand that you guys not really afraid because you got qualified immunity. But when laws are well established, that goes out the window. And these laws are well established. Just can't violate them.
Okay. We'll get you that for you.
All right, for sure.
Okay. All right.
So there you have it. This frauditor was given a free education on the law. He was given accurate info. Now, will he choose to accept that information? That's a whole other story. That's completely out of the Chief's control. But thanks so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I sure had a blast editing.
You had a blast editing. I had a blast laughing at this moron. With that, though, we will bring the evening to a close. As always, please make sure you do like, share, and subscribe. Get us to that 50,000 views so those boxing presents can be coming so we can send them out to you. Until then, have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow here from day one. Have a great night.